her version of the events. And if we come out to understand the other, then maybe there's a chance of understanding what we're doing. And my mother, my sister, actually, she's 11 and a half years older than my sister Andrea, and she told me there were always people wearing my mother's clothes in the house after the war, and then invariably they'd be gone after a week, and there'd be some other people there. So my mother was actually, she was shuttling people to different places in the United States after they came out of the Holocaust. And my mother struggled. I mean, she drove my father crazy, selling youth Aliyah tickets and trying to build a tree in Israel or getting things for the Hadassah Hospital, whatever. And she really believed in this utopic, democratic place, a Jewish homeland. And I do too, but it can't exist like this. I've seen, I think the settlements are absolutely, it's an impossibility. And like the girl said, I mean, I think if you look around the Mideast, everybody wants democracy. So what did we have? We have democracy that was okay for the Israel. We could have democracy for the Israelis is fine for us, but not for the Palestinians that live in the same country. Or we can have democracy, but it's based on relationships with regimes that had tyrannic rulers. I don't see that as something that I could abide by. And I thought, I'm not a politician and I'm not a historian. And I know there's lots of other stories that can be told. But I thought I'd just try to tell this story, and it's about a family. And my goal was to care about these characters, to see if the audience would care about these characters. And I wondered if a movie could be educational and poetic at the same time. Because if I couldn't make it into, you know, and I've made different movies, and sometimes people say I make biographies, but I don't. I make portraits of people. And so I thought, can a Palestinian girl get her portrait painted? Or do we have to include an Israeli girl also in order to justify the existence of that Palestinian girl? I think not. But that being said, my daughter Stella plays the Israeli girl, and I think without their parents, they would have done fine. And I think if we look to the children rather than to their grandparents, we might be able to solve some of these issues. And it's just a story. It's just try to tell a story. If you want to make a movie, you have to have context.